Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Sunday, December 14th, 2025. So, on this relatively chilly day in Wisconsin,
Relatively?
did this crossword get your blood boiling?
I wish. I wish I could use some boiling blood to keep warm. So, but no, it did not get my blood boiling.
Okay.
I did have a mistake or two.
Oh, so that might have gotten your blood sort of tepid.
Well, sort of, but I found them and got it solved. But it was quite the work. Quite a piece of work, I would say.
Yes. Yeah, it was inspired.
Yeah. So just a lot going on with the theme, but then a lot of really interesting clues and answers around the theme. So I found it a very enjoyable solve.
Well, good.
And I did it this afternoon, which was nice.
Great.
Under a blanket or two. But anyway, yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Well, good.
What about you?
I liked it. I thought the theme was ingenious. And as you say, the rest of the clues were quite intriguing. There's one pair of clues I can't wait to talk about, but I'm going to hold off.
Oh, okay.
So start talking about if you don't mind, start talking about the theme first.
The theme, yes. The name of the puzzle today was Change Locations. Change Locations. And when you look at the grid, you saw about 10 runs of grade squares running horizontally in various clues. Some of them were like four squares long. Some were up to 8 squares long. But anyway, they were these runs of gray squares. And then within each of them was a circled square.
Right.
So right then and there, you've got something a little more complex than you usually see. And so, if you answered the clues correctly, the run of grade squares spelled out the name of a state. And remember, it was changed locations, spelled out the name of a state, except for that one circled square where the letter was wrong for the state. So, for example, 34 across was a great clue, as I recall, major coin producer. It turned out to be Denver Mint, and the VERMINT were the run of grade squares.
Right.
And that spells vermint. But
I've been there.
But of course, the I was in the circle because that was the one that was out of place. It should have been O for Vermont, but it was an I for vermint. So
yes.
you had to you had to kind of figure out what the state was, but you had to remember that at least one of the word letters, the one that fell within the circle, was not going to be a letter that spelled out the state. It was going to be a completely changed location, as the puzzle theme says. So you had vermint, and you had Ohim instead of Ohio. You had Marsland instead of Maryland. You had M-lines instead of Maine, M-line instead of Maine, and so on and so forth.
Right.
So anyway, 10 of those.
Yes.
And then the revealer clue came at the end, and that too was kind of a bizarre thing, which was 1980 horror film starring William Hurt, or What These Shaded Squares Contain. And that was Altered States.
Yes.
They were definitely altered by one letter.
Indeed.
So I have not seen the movie Altered States, but I've heard that it was a very bizarre horror film. Have you seen it?
I don't know. I have a vague recollection of someone in a tank upside down with bubbles. I'm not sure if that really relates to that movie or not, but no, I've not seen the movie.
No idea.
I tend to avoid horror films.
Yeah,
they
me
keep
too.
me up late
I
at night.
am not a horror film aficionado. So anyway, Just a lot going on with that theme where, you had to figure out the state, and then you had to figure out what the letter. Well, I mean, you knew the letter that was circled was not going to be the right letter, but you had to figure out what letter would actually solve the across and the down.
Right.
And then those circled letters, if you read them from top to bottom, they spelled out misplaced.
Yes.
As the letter was misplaced in each one of those clues.
That was the icing on the cake.
I know. It was just like, oh my goodness, could they make this any more complex? So just amazing.
Well, you knew to get into the New York Times, it has to be good, especially for a Sunday, right?
Yes.
And so, and when I first looked at it, it wasn't quite as obvious what that word was, but I'm looking at it now in X-Word Info, where they conveniently put the circled squares in yellow, so it makes it sort of pop out.
Yes, well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
The amazing thing then also about this, I read about it in Wordplay because I'm like, who in the world would ever think of anything like this? It turns out the first author, Zachry Edward-Brown, is 16 years old.
Yes.
This is his first crossword in the New York Times, and he paired with John Kugelman, whose name we see often. He's a pretty prolific crossword constructor. But boy, put those two together, and they are like, wow, what a team! I'm looking forward to seeing more of them in the future, because this was just an amazing puzzle. Right,
and there's a quote from Will Shortz. He says that. Will Shortz quoting John Kugelman saying, "Zachry is a natural-born constructor." John says, "I didn't find out he's a teenager until we were done." Oh. So.
Wow. Anyway, but then, like you said, there were a lot of other fun clues and answers. One that I don't think I've ever seen before was 23 across. Jedi in training, Padawan.
Yep.
I'm glad I remembered that word.
I knew that one right away. That was one of the gimmies for me.
But that, to me, I think that was a new one. I don't know if that's been in a puzzle or not. But
Padawan is, in fact, a debut.
Is it?
Yes.
I can believe it. I can believe it. So, yeah.
We also had, so that was sort of in the top right, and then bottom left, we had 84 down, Starship's medical facility, sick bay.
Sick bay, yes.
Another gimme for me. And then we also had, this is probably a coincidence, but in the bottom right corner, 95 down, sci-fi sequel of 1986, Aliens.
Yes.
So all we needed was something sort of sci-fi related in the top left.
I mean, we had number one across, the Marvel superhero who can manipulate weather patterns.
Right.
Storm.
Yes.
Not quite space related, but
well, no. You know, science fiction is obviously things that have not come to be. They aren't true. Right. Whereas, of course, Storm is a Marvel character, so they're real.
Oh, okay.
Want to make that perfectly clear here. So when that next Storm comes out here, we don't want to, get. If we rile up Storm, they might bring a storm upon us.
Well, that could be. Yeah.
I'm assuming you knew 2 down early track star Jim
Thorpe. Yes.
And I loved 3 down resident of Honolulu, e.g., Oahuan.
That's right. I
don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I mean, it's Oahu, right?
No, I think that's correct.
Oahuan?
Oahu is the name of the island. So
boy,
Oahuan, yeah.
With all due respect to Oahu, I'm glad we don't live there because I wouldn't be able to say what I am at that point.
Yeah.
Wisconsinite is pretty straightforward.
Well, I guess, yeah.
It's got all those hard vowels and consonants there. Actually, I guess hard consonants. Let's see. I liked 8 down. That was video game character with an endless appetite. I could not think of that. That was Pac-Man.
I did this with our daughter. She got that one right away.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I guess Pac-Man is not one of my go-to answers. However, Pac-Man has appeared in the crossword a total of 21 times.
Oh, really?
First in 1940. No, just kidding. Let's see. The earliest was... looks like 1997. Hit game of 1980.
Very good.
We had 16 down. I thought this one was great. parts of many robots in robot sumo sensors.
Yeah.
There's a robot competition where the idea is for one robot to push another robot out of a circle.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I really need to go and watch one of those. I am looking forward to it.
I liked 36 Dams. Skip all the ceremony, elopes. Or skips all the ceremony.
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
We had 20 across. Paul, whose house is one of the 16 historic sites of Boston's Freedom Trail, Revere.
Yep.
Did you know that?
I knew that right away.
I didn't know it, but I thought I couldn't think of anything else, and it fitted.
Yep.
Have you ever been to the Boston Freedom Trail?
No, I have not. I've been to Boston,
okay.
but not really as a tourist. Mostly just flying in and out for meetings and such. But I wish I could go sometime and actually tour Boston, because I think it would be very interesting.
Yes, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there multiple times. Regret to say I don't remember any of it. I like 21 across. 21 across was false alarm announcement, but you have to read it properly. It's false alarm announcement. Ooh, I'm so scared.
Yeah.
I thought that was nicely done.
Mm-hmm.
And I also predict that you knew 25 across TV host Brzezinski, Mika.
Mika, yes, I knew that.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you also knew 19 down, area inside the free throw line in basketball slang, paint.
No, I did not know that.
What? But it was basketball.
I know. I don't follow basketball that much.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I didn't realize that.
Did your partner knew it?
No.
No?
No.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get it the old-fashioned way, through the crosses.
That's right. That's what we did. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
31 across, and this is where I ended up. River that borders the Black Forest. So I know there are a couple of rivers that I'm supposed to know in Europe. And I think one of them is the Rhone, the other one's the Rhine.
That's right.
I went for the Rhone, and that was the Rhone answer.
Yes, it was.
Because 26 down was urban safety hazard, and I had FORE, F-O-R-E, trap.
Oh.
So I envisioned like an urban golf course, and so I thought that would be a safety hazard if someone didn't trap the FORE, so you didn't hear them say that.
Oh.
It was a pretty good job of rationalization, in my humble opinion, but in fact, it was Rhine and fire trap.
That's right.
Which makes a whole lot more sense as an urban safety hazard.
Yeah, that reminds me of where I ended up, which was way at the bottom of the puzzle. 115 across was Fiddler on the Roof Matchmaker. And I just remember that I said, Yenta the Matchmaker. That's right. And so I spelled it, Yenta, like
with an A?
Y-E-N-T-A, yes. So we're looking desperately, trying to find the mistake. And then our daughter says, what's a mima? And so we went back to the clue, which was wordless entertainment. And I believe that should be a mime.
Yeah.
And it was. But yeah. So,
well, that sounded like a fairly painless error to try.
It was, but it took us a while to find it.
Mm-hmm. Right below what turned out to be Rhine, we had 37 across, Viking 1 or 2. I initially thought, I think I confused it with Voyager. And so I had, Space Probe, which fitted. And I thought, Viking 1 and 2, those are space probes. No. But that was Voyager 1 and 2. Viking 1 and 2 landed, and the answer was Mars lander.
Yeah, we put Mars rover to start with.
Which also makes sense.
But actually...
But doesn't fit.
No, it did, I think. No, I guess it doesn't. But anyway, that's what we built. We misspelled it or something.
Rover with two R. Maybe you had a Roover, R-O-O-V-E-R.
Yeah, but anyway, it turned out to be Lander.
A little bit more of what we might argue is science fiction. 40 across, nickname for Mark's unsevered best friend in Severance, Petey.
Petey, yeah, I didn't know that.
Because you haven't seen the series, right?
I have not, no. Mm-hmm.
Most incredible series ever made.
I've heard.
Yeah, mainly from me.
Only from you.
43 across, football blocker, goal net.
Yes.
That was a puzzler.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're talking really about soccer.
No. When they kick for a field goal, there's a net behind the goal post so that football doesn't go into the stadium.
Oh, I see.
So it doesn't hit somebody.
Is it?
It could be, going fairly fast.
Is it that they don't want it to hit someone, or they want to hold on to the football because those things are expensive?
Probably both, but yeah.
Okay. Because I had looked it up and after the fact, of course, and it seemed to me that it was referring to those large nets, like basically a soccer.
Yeah, they have a net, behind their goal too.
Right.
But that's just to stop the ball. You got to get it in the net.
Well, I guess it wasn't clear why I should be lapsing into sort of European lingo rather than U.S. North American lingo. Yeah. Speaking of which, we had 72 down. Let's see. That was cafeterias, and the answer was canteens.
Right.
And it got me thinking, what's the difference between a cafeteria and a canteen?
I don't know.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Thanks to the wonders of the internet.
Yes.
Cafeteria is sort of the U.S. term, and canteen is like the Commonwealth term.
Oh.
So if you're in Britain, you want to go to the canteen. If you're in the U.S., if you ask to go to the canteen, they'll probably give you a small flask.
Yeah.
Say, why do you want this? Let's see, we had 63 down in hindsight. This should have been obvious. 63 down being exceptionally hard timber was ironwood.
Yes.
Of course.
Right.
Do we have any ironwood trees out back?
No, but a long time ago, we lived in Illinois, and there was a country club near our house called Ironwood Country Club, and I just always thought that was made up. I didn't think there was really a wood called ironwood, but apparently there is.
I guess, or it could be some sort of a junction of two types of clubs in golf.
Yes,
you have your irons, you have your woods.
That's what I thought they were going for. So one that kind of made us laugh was 93 down. Interview guest whom LEG calls my man Buzz Lightyear here. And it was Aldrin.
Yeah.
Buzz Aldrin. So
it's like he goes to the moon and what does he get? Jokes.
Yeah. Called Buzz Lightyear.
We had 82 down. That was where high schoolers work on their numbers. And I thought, that's probably not algebra class.
No,
It turned out to be Glee Club.
Glee Club, that's right.
That was good.
That's right, yes. Yeah.
And then 85 down, that was also another poser. Another one of these, as you say, very interesting clues that they had throughout the grid. Ren fair prop akin to a halberd, and that was a pole axe.
Yes. We actually looked that up, as we were trying to figure out where our mistake was. And we were like, is there really such a thing as a pole axe? There is.
Yep. But I think they differ in length, if I recall correctly. That a halberd is generally longer. So if you're being attacked.
I was thinking, of the things that the, like the guards in the Vatican. Like sometimes you see them and they're holding like a big pole with a
that's probably
blade on the top.
That's probably a halberd, I think.
I don't know, but for some reason I thought it started like gendarmerie or something like that. But maybe that's what they are called. They're like gendarmes.
Gendarme would be. I mean, that's French for policeman, right?
Okay.
Gendarme.
Well, maybe that's what they're called, but no.
Was it taller than the person?
Well, they are very long.
Because if they're taller than a man, most likely it's a halberd. This, according to AI, may make mistakes. Check important information. And if it's shorter, man height or less, not sure why they're not bringing women into this. Anyway, if it's shorter, then it would be a pole axe.
I see. Okay.
And now to reveal my great discovery in the grid. Let's see if I can find my great discovery in the grid. So we had 42 across. First chimpanzee to orbit Earth was Enos.
Right.
I originally went for Amos, but I think I was thinking of the cookies. And then that crossed with 42 down. Engineer Gray, who arguably invented the telephone and battled Alexander Graham Bell over it in court for years, and that was Elisha.
Right.
So we had Elisha crossing Enos. But here's the amazing thing. And this is from Wikipedia. In 1869, Elisha Gray and his partner Enos M. Barton founded Gray and Barton in Cleveland, Ohio, to supply telegraph equipment to Western Union.
Wow.
So they had they crossed and they were partners in real life.
Uh-huh. Huh.
I don't know if that was planned. I looked in wordplay to see if anyone mentioned it, and I don't think they did.
Huh.
So this could be a scoop.
Yeah.
We finally have a scoop in the old, unless somebody else actually noted it and thought this is too boring and not worth mentioning. But I was just amazed by that.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing.
So, and I think it's too bad that Gray didn't win his lawsuit. But if your name is Alexander Graham Bell, you're sort of, it's going to be tough to compete against someone like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Of course, Alexander Graham Bell had to sue, I am the greatest super engineer. I think that was their name. Never mind. All right. A couple more clues, 96 down. That was like soft rolls, yeasty.
Yeasty.
What a fun word to say. Yeasty.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last word we had, or actually the last answer in the grid, 118 across, like a bubble bath. I went for soapy, but it was sudsy.
Sudsy, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And on that clean note, I think we should wrap it up.
Okay.
Thanks, everyone, for listening. We will be back again with our cutting-edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.